We've had people ask us how we produce some of the programs we do here at the city. So I thought you might be interested in seeing how we produce our weekly City Beat news report. The stories we produce aren't like most TV stations. We don't carry any of the fires, wrecks, or police stories. We let the other 4 local television stations carry all what we call blood, guts, and gore stories. We like to show you, our citizens, some of the things that go on each week that most of the other media may not even cover. We typically start collecting story ideas on Thursdays and Fridays before the week events happen. We develop what we call an elements list, the various elements or stories that we'll be producing. From that list, we decide who can go shoot a video of the story.
So today we're working on a story at Cameron Park Zoo. Razak is hanging out with his mom on exhibit for the first time, so I'm going to show you how we approach shooting a news story like this. Let's go check it out. The type of shots I get include tight shots, medium shots, and wide shots. Wide shots help establish where we're at with the story. Medium shots get us a little bit closer to the action. And nice tight shots get us really close and see up-close details of what we're shooting. I like to shoot several shots lasting between 10 to 15 seconds. That way I have plenty of video to work with when I edit the story back in the studio. If possible, I will get a soundbite or interview with someone to give us more information on the story.
At the beginning of each week, I receive an email from Larry with the elements list that consists of stories for the week. I then start my research and work with local partners around the city of Waco for the information that is needed. The City Beat stories consist of current stories for the week, food scores, current press releases, a web feature item for the City of Waco website, and the upcoming events for the City of Waco. Once all their scripts are written, they are then sent to Larry for him to voice over for the City of Waco channel.
Okay, now that we have a script, it's my job to voice it so that it can be then merged with a video later on. So we do this electronically. We have a digital recording process that we record, and the neat thing is when I make a mistake, which I do often, I can very easily correct it. Cameron Park Zoo has great news for you, zoo lovers. Cameron Park Zoo has great news for you, zoo lovers. And you remember I messed up a while ago, so here's what we're going to do. Cameron Park Zoo has a great new... So I messed that part out, so I can highlight that and simply delete it. Cameron Park Zoo has great news for you and zoo lovers. Now, baby Razak. Further in where I made another mistake, there's a little red line right here that's a marker. I can go ahead and click over to here, and I can move that over and go to work on that, and you'll see that I messed up right in here. Mother and son have been doing wonderfully since being reunited, and I didn't like that. Mother and son. So here's the correcting, so I can just go in here and I'm going to take out this part again. Just take out and very easily do that. We record that onto this computer, which is a PC, but then we'll take it out of here on a flash drive into the edit bays where they'll be edited on a Macintosh computer.
The story's been written, shot, and voiced. It's time to edit. So first things first, I got to import the voiceover that Larry did, and that's the foundation I work from. Drag it down to the timeline. So I want to start off with the wide shot to establish pretty much where we are. So we're talking about Razak, so obviously we're going to want to show Razak. And basically, just lay the video until you cover the voiceover. And that's it, the story's been edited and it's time to export.
So when the story is finished, it's transferred to the server and the A-list, which is what plays the programs. So what you do is you will open up the playlist City Beat, and this has a list of the IDs, any promos and PSAs that'll run, and then the open to the City Beat. So what we do is we'll take the story that we just transferred over here, go in the City Beat folder, City Beat Run. These are the actual stories that are running this week. Get the story that we just finished, transfer over to the playlist, and there's a bumper that runs between every news story. So copy and paste that so that it'll be the City Beat Open, the story we just did, the bumper, and the rest of the stories that we produced that same week. So once the story is finished and transferred to the server and uploaded to YouTube and Vimeo, what we do is we'll go into our Vimeo page, which is linked to our website, wccc.tv. We'll give it a title, write a description. Give it a description, go pick a thumbnail that best describes kind of what you're going to see, what the story's about. Go to collections, put it in the features videos, because all new City Beat stories will go in featured videos. It'll go in the WCCC TV library and the City Beat news report. Hit save, and what that does, it links it to our website. Then we'll go to our YouTube page, do the same thing, give it a title, give it a description, make sure it's public, add it to the City Beat playlist, save changes, and it's ready for the world to see.
When the videographers go out on a City Beat story, I, as a city photographer, go with them. I photograph the event and come back to the office and have to edit the photographs. When the stories have been uploaded, they come in and let me know, and at that point I send the pictures over to Dory. I also put them up on the photo gallery for the people to be able to see.
Once the City Beat stories are finished and uploaded to the website, we like to upload them to the home page so they're easier to click on and access for viewers. This is done by adding a freeze frame from the video, or we use a higher quality photo that Mark shot. After I've placed the photo on the home page, I change the coding so when you click on the banner at the bottom of the photo, it will play the full City Beat story. Typically, we feature up to 5 stories each week, and the featured images slide through the homepage so that more than 300,000 people per month who come to our website get a different story each time, and they get to see the great things happening in Waco.
And so that's how we produce our City Beat news report. It consists of 3 to 6 news stories of things that happened in Waco during the previous week. It also includes the food scores from the Health District, a list of various press releases our office sends out to local media outlets, a web feature that help our citizens know what we posted on our website or social media outlets that they may be interested in checking out, and some calendar items that help promote what various city departments are offering in the way of events or opportunities for our citizens to enjoy here in Waco. We also sprinkle our City Beat stories and food scores throughout the day in the form of a City Beat News Brief. These weekly news stories become a part of the city's home webpage, where an image from that event is featured, and when you click on it, you can watch the video of the story. You can watch our City Beat news stories and all of the many local programs we produce about your city, just like you watch movies and other videos on apps like Netflix and other platforms. We have our own app available from the Apple Store, or you can watch on the web, our Roku channel, Apple TV, and in ever-increasing ways. I hope you enjoyed learning a little bit about how we produce some of the great programming that's all local here on the Waco City Cable Channel. And you'll keep watching to learn more about your city.